Hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. On this video tutorial, I'm going to do what you guys have been asking me to do for a little while. I'm going to show you how we made these darling, eyeglass cases about, oh gosh, maybe I made them a year and a half ago using some really nice felt from Target, which is not available anymore, but you can get regular felt. So today I'm going to talk to you about these, but I'm going to show you how you can make one of these darling eyeglass cases just out of regular felt that's 33 cents a sheet from Walmart. So as you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have questions along the way. If you have friends that have reading glasses that you think would like a project like this, let's see. Feel free to sprinkle if you would like. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. There's two things. One, we're going to build the eyeglass case. Two, we're going to build our decoration, okay? And the decoration is basically one of these loopy flowers. This was a big one that I made a while back. And I'm using two colors of felt. Okay, so what I did to get started is I just grabbed one of the eyeglass cases that I have hanging around, and I was thinking about the fact that some of my eyeglasses are bigger than others, and it's kind of hard to get them into these smaller cases. So when I was preparing mine, I just decided that I was going to do it a little bit bigger. Also, where you're going to glue it, that does kind of tend to cinch it in a little bit. Okay, so with these ones, the felt was something that I found at my local Target. It was before Easter last year, and it's just this really nice, thick, sort of stiff felt that they had it for $3 or maybe it was $5, and it was intended to be a long table runner for Easter. And I just bought it and cut it up. This is not available anymore. So I have absolutely no idea where you could find something like this. These are the last known pieces that I know of anywhere. No, I'm sure people have some of this hanging out that they bought last year, but I don't know where you could find this. I do know that if you go online, you can purchase, or go to a fancy craft store, you can purchase some thicker, better quality felt than what we're going to use today, but this works. So I'm going to show you my little trick. Okay, let's just put this out of the way. Okay, so I have a ton of this felt that's kind of thinner. I'm looking for one with a good label. It's from Walmart. Here's one that has a good label. I think it was from, I may have picked a few other pieces up elsewhere, I don't know for sure. But it's like 33 cents a piece. And so I was just looking through my felt, trying to decide what colors would I want to do. And I decided to do this dark gray and a light pink. So we need to figure out another combination to do that I have a big enough piece to do it with. Let's see. How about if we do orange? How would you guys feel about that? It'll be easier for you to see it. Let's do orange and white. Sound good? Okay. So the orange is going to be the outside and the white will be the accent color, and then we'll do the two colors on the flower. It'll be the exactly same process as what I did before. All right, so you're going to take your felt, and because this is thinner, what I decided to do was to make the back layer of it, this back part right here, double thickness. So I'll get a ruler out, and if you want to write this down as we're going along, or if you come in late, you can go back to the beginning and watch replay to get all the numbers. Okay, so this is 2 3/4 inches wide. And this one here, and I'm not saying this is the perfect size for your glasses, but it's 7 inches tall. So let me write that down. 2 3/4 and 7. Okay, so I am basically just going to fold this piece of felt over on top of itself, straight up and down, okay? And then we're gonna put a whole bunch of glue on it to glue it to itself. Does this make sense? Basically what we're doing is we're folding it in half just to make it a little bit stand up better, have more strength to it. Wow. Thank you guys for the stars. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am using my handy dandy Surebonder Cool Shot mini low temperature hot glue gun. And I know I say this every day, but if ever there was a project that you want to use a low temperature glue gun on, it's this. I had it all over my fingernails by the time I was done making this one. Oops. Okay, so I am just going to open this up and put a whole bunch of hot glue and start pressing it down on itself. So this is what I've done, is I've just started gluing it. And you want to go all the way up to the top. Then you can come back and get the edges good and if you push it down while it's hot, it won't look so lumpy underneath. We're not going to have to go this far up, but I'm not sure which is going to be the top or the bottom, so we'll just do the whole entire thing. You're going to have glue strings everywhere. And they won't go away. Oh my gosh, I cannot even believe how many people have been asking for this video. And you know what? I made a video on doing this back last year, but I have not been able to locate it. I was looking for it again today because somebody was asking, and that was the point where I just said, you know what? I have enough people asking for this. Let's just do a brand new video and let's show people how they can do this with just Walmart quality felt. Okay, so I have this piece folded over on itself. Can you see that? And just glued down. Let's get some of these glue strings off. So how's everyone doing today? Are we doing good? Let's take the sticker off. Those things bug me. Okay, and then I want to think about how is this going to be big enough for my glasses? Yes, it definitely is. Okay, so I'm just rolling it over one more time, and I want this part to be the top. I know my directions are kind of, I'm saying this and that. It's hard to explain, but if you just watch this, and then get an eyeglass case out and just start fiddling around, it's not hard at all, I promise. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue around the bottom and on the edge, partially up, and then we're gonna fold our top level into the glue. This is going to be the bottom of our eyeglasses case. sticks everywhere. Okay, and then you probably noticed that most eyeglass cases have this little part where the front is shorter than the back. So I just layer, I put something over that area that's gonna make it look cute. And let's see, so I said this was 7 inches tall, so we can go ahead and cut off at 7 inches roughly. And we're gonna come back and trim everything nice, so don't worry about that. Okay, so now what we want is to cut this felt right here in this shape. And one thing I do need to do is trim off the excess right now. I can come back and clean it up after the fact. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like this kind of shape. Like an eyelash shape, or I don't even know what to call that. And I'm rounding the edges. Okay, so that is what I have right now. Do you see that? But I'm thinking, actually, I want it to go over closer to the fold right here. Seems longer. It is a little bit. Okay, that is definitely better. Can you see what I've done? Don't worry, we're going to round all our edges. Okay, so now we need to get a piece of whatever we're going to put on the inside. And you know what? I'm looking at this now. I'm thinking white is going to be a little bit too see-through. So let's do, what goes with orange? How about yellow? That might work better. That'll be a cuter flower too. Okay, so we're basically just covering this area that pokes out right here and a little ways down. And we're just gonna open this up and glue a piece of felt into it. So I'm looking to see how big do I need it to be. We can always trim it smaller, and we definitely will. So I'm opening up my little pouch. I didn't glue it all the way up to the top. Can you guys see my hands okay? Let me bring this down just a little bit further. If the comments are in your way, you should be able to swipe them so that they disappear. Okay. So we're just going to take our little piece of yellow felt and we're going to glue it over the top of this area right here. It doesn't have to be perfect at this point because we are going to trim off the excess. I want it to kind of cover the fold. Okay, so I'm just laying that in there. And we're going to do the same thing as what we did before. We're going to glue it down. So we need lots of glue here. Boy, this orange color is pretty pronounced. I don't know how great that's going to look, but for purposes of showing you how to make this. Okay, so now we need to trim off this excess, and then let's glue just the rest of this one little side. All right, where's my glue? And we're doing it right clear over by the edge. Okay, so this yellow piece does not fit, obviously. We are just going to trim it up to, and then we're going to round some edges. You see I'm rounding this edge too. This is where we're getting to, but it's not finished yet. So let's look and see, are there places where our felt is coming apart? Yes, there are. So let's poke a little bit of hot glue in there and pinch it closed. So it looks, whoops, like it's just one piece of felt when we know that it's two sandwiched together because this felt from Walmart is thin and it's not very, it doesn't have any stand-upness to it. Okay, so now I want to round this corner down here a little bit, and this one I'm going to leave straight. And then we're going to move on to the next part, which is where it gets really fun. I'm just talking to myself. So this corner right here, I'm going to round a little bit. Once you put one of these together, then you kind of know what are your things that you want to do different the next time. And I've got glue strings everywhere. So here's where we are. Okay, so now let's do the flowers. That's a really fun part. And we'll do these same two colors of orange and yellow. So let's make the inside orange and the outside yellow. And let's make the inside pretty short. So to make these loopy flowers, boy, I'm really leaning. Does that make you guys seasick to see me on the side? Sideways, leaning sideways? Makes me seasick or something to see myself. Okay, so this is about a little bit more than 1.5 inches wide. And we're gonna not use this whole strip, but with these loopy flowers, all you do is you're gonna fold it in half and put a bead of glue down one side. So let's just get our glue on here. Fold it in half. Doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's gonna see this part. Okay, so now we have like a tube that is, oh, I almost cut my fingernail. Okay, now what you want to do is you're going to just make some snips. I'm going to take this part off. Partially through the loopy top part. Don't cut too far down into where the hot glue is holding the two pieces together. So this is what I'm doing. Can you guys see that? See, we're just cutting these little snips here. Last time I was at Hobby Lobby, I saw some felt there that seemed like it was a little bit thicker and that was printed. So it had a design on it. That would be absolutely adorable. Next time I go to Hobby Lobby, I'll have to check that out. But if you guys are wanting to do this project and you have a Hobby Lobby near you, or a Joann's or a Michael's, you might just want to check and see if they have any printed felt. You don't need very much to do this project. Let me come close and show you. so you can see how I've just taken snips all the way around. Okay, so now we're going to start rolling at one end, and we're going to put a little glue here, and then we're rolling into the glue, and the glue is going like at the base of it. So see, I've started to roll. This is where you're going to get it all over your fingernails. And it hurts if you're using hot temperature hot glue gun. Okay, so that's probably a big enough center. So I'm just going to snip my tail off right here, and I'm going to save this little piece of felt that's all ready for a flower, and I'm going to glue this end back down really good. Okay, and here's the center of our flower. You guys can make your flowers however you like, but for this project, I like them best. This is the one that I like the best. Well, this one and this one. I like them best when the inside rolled part of the loopy flower is shorter than the petals on the outside. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? It's this idea exactly. Whoops, but maybe not to this same extreme. Okay, so now we need to make our yellow for our outside. And I think I said that this was 1.5 inches wide, so let's go about 3 inches, roughly. And we're going to do the exact same thing as what we did before. We're going to glue the two edges together to form a tube. What do you guys think about this project? You know, I would love, love, love to see pictures of the eyeglass cases that you guys are going to make. I love looking over at that private group that we have called Dreamy DIY, which if you're not a member of that yet, you should join. It's free. It's Dreamy, and then there's a space, DIY is how you find it. It's a group that I set up, I don't know, a little bit over a year ago as a place for us to share pictures of our projects that we're working on. And oh my word, you guys have been sharing so many awesome pictures over there, and I've gotten so many ideas. So if you haven't joined that group yet, just when I'm done, don't do it now, when I'm done, just type in the search bar Dreamy, D-R-E-A-M-Y, and leave a space, DIY, and it'll bring up the group. It's going to ask you a couple questions. I mean, we really only have 2 rules, and one is, it's the group I set up. It's the companion to DIY Dreaming, which is my business. So I would just appreciate it if you don't try to sell anything over there, no matter what it is, makeup, clothing, other crafting supplies. Yeah, because I've put a tremendous amount of time and energy into it, and I want it just to stay crafts. And what I especially love to see are your versions of the crafts that we do here at DIY Dreaming. So that's one. Don't use it to try to sell anything, either whether it's direct or you're posting pictures of, like for example, chalk couture products, hoping that someone will ask where you got that, and then you say, oh, over here at my chalk couture website. That is a big no-no. And the other thing is, don't share other people's craft videos there, because then I get 100 questions. How did Awesome Barb from the Shabby Tree do XYZ? So it's really not any other crafters videos, just mine and then your projects that you're doing. Those are the only 2 questions it'll ask you, and then we'll say yes, come on in, and then click on the photos button and look. Oh my word, there's so many great pictures of projects there. Okay, so we have another tube, And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just cutting these long little strips, but we're not going all the way through the bottom. And you can make these as wide or as narrow as you like. It's just personal preference. You can do a ton of different things with this style of flower also. And you can make it out of so many different things, not just felt. So, just looking around my craft room. I've done this flower a ton. I guess I don't have anything out right now that has it. So I don't know that we're going to need this much, but let's just cut the whole thing. I am getting a new sofa today. I'm so excited. I picked it out like 2.5 months ago, but everything is so delayed because of, I guess with people home during COVID, they're, you know, getting furniture and stuff or making their houses more comfortable since we're spending so much time there. So I have been waiting a long time. I don't even hardly remember what it looks like, but I'm excited to get it. So it's the same deal here. Okay, and then we're just gonna roll our little teeny inside part into it. And I usually like to roll away from me, so. And you're popping it right down to the edge. So can you guys see what I'm saying? The loops on both, the little one and the big one, are on this side. And then it's flat with the edge. And we're just gonna put some glue on and roll. And the size of your flower really is completely up to you. I want to at least go a little bit further so it's got 2 rows of petals on the outside. Yeah, I think we'll leave it right here. Okay, so here's our little orange and yellow loopy flower. Isn't it happy? Isn't that a happy little flower? Yellow and orange seem to be the colors that I am so super attracted to lately. Okay, you know what I think I will do? I'm gonna put this one in this blessing box that I will be giving away on Thursday, April 1st. And if you want to know how you can get your name in my hat, just ask me in the comments and I'll tell you. So this one's gonna go in this one, and this orange and yellow one's gonna go in the other blessing box so that whoever gets it, it's just a fun little happy. And then I just like to put a flower on down here in the corner. So I would just put a whole bunch of glue. Can you guys see what the base of it looks like? Right here. And stick it on. Voila, this is a little bit big. You know, you learn as you're going along. It's sweet and happy, but it is kind of a big flower compared to this one. And pretty big compared to the size that I did on this one. But what do you guys think? Aren't they cute? Let's see, what are you guys saying? So cute. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. So let's go back to the beginning real quick. Get an eyeglass case. Look at the shape. See how the top part on the front is lower than the back, so it makes it easy for you to get your glasses in and out. And notice how it's curved, okay? And then just lay it down on your felt, whatever you're working with, whether it's that nice quality felt like this stuff that I found once and then never again, or if it's just your basic 33-cent Walmart felt. you can kind of use this as a template. The back piece is 2 layers thick if you're using the thin Walmart felt, because it needs to have some structure to it. And let's see how this looks. Perfect. We could even cut this shorter if we wanted at the top. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys today. I am gonna go out in the kitchen and get some pictures of everything for you. So here's the 2 new ones that I'll put in the blessing bundle boxes. And if you have questions, let me know in the comments. If you have friends that you think like these kind of projects, feel free to sprinkle this to your social media. If you want to save the video, putting it on your Facebook page is a good way to be able to find it later as well. But anyways, it should stay in my video section on DIYDreaming as long as Facebook is a thing. So if you want to go back at some future point and rewatch it, it should be there for you. And if you haven't already liked and followed DIYDreaming and turned on your notifications, you can do it up here somewhere. There should be 3 little dots up there. If you want to see what I have coming up tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day, and then on this weekend, Easter Sunday for Christ and Crafting, do a this, that's a thumb, or a this, that's a heart, or say something in the comments. And those are the things that Facebook looks at to see if somebody wants to receive this content that I do here at DIYDreaming. Oh my word, look at all those stars. You guys are so generous. I really appreciate it. Those stars help me pay for all my crafting supplies. They help me fill my closet with different this and that kind of little things from everywhere that I use to do our crafts here. So I really appreciate that. Okie dokie. I'm gonna let this run for just a few, I don't know, a minute or so. And I'll put the projects down here so that you can see them. And you can take a screenshot if you want. If you have questions about how to get your name in my blessing, in my hat for the blessing boxes that I'll be giving away on the 1st day of April, which is also April Fool's Day, just let me know that. And I think you guys can see okay. And otherwise, I just really appreciate you joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Don't hesitate to, oh, this would be a great cell phone case. Oh my goodness, who was it that said that? Sorry, it was Jean. Jean, that's brilliant. That is a really good idea. We might have to do that. I've been working, I finished all my lemons from yesterday. My easy peasy lemon squeezy stuffed lemons. And somebody gave me the idea to make an itty bitty one and put a magnet on the back of it for the refrigerator. So I've been working on that. Yeah, I always have at least 10 craft projects going at any one time. Great idea, Jean. Thank you. Jean is also suggesting that we could use our pinking shears to cut the edges. I tried that with mine, and maybe they're just not very sharp, but they kind of tore the felt rather than doing that little crisp zigzag that they do on fabric. So I don't know. if your pinking shears are really sharp, it would be super cute to do that. Okie dokie. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys later.